So for today's video, I have a huge Brandy Melville haul. These are all clothes that I've got within the past 6 months of my life. I have not worn them because they are the winter edition. I have a big pile of clothes here. It's over here, yeah. So this is the winter edition as promised in my previous video. If you haven't watched it, you could go check it out. It's the summer edition, summer haul. So in conjunction while shopping at Brandy Melville for the past half a year, I've bought summer and winter clothes because why not? So I got all these from Brandy Melville Shanghai. And if you didn't know that, Brandy Melville is the cheapest in China. So if you ever visit China, visit Brandy Melville Shanghai or Beijing. I am not sponsored, clearly. Not big enough for that kind of stuff. But like, check them out because you're gonna save yourself a lot of money compared to if you were to buy Brandy Melville in other places. So we're gonna move on to, so yeah, that's pretty much it. So the first item I got is this sweater that I've been holding. So I really like that this sweater has this collar over here and that it is short. So I mean, okay, it's not short, it is a standard sizing. So you see how this is like slightly cropped. It still covers my belly button, right? But this, it just nicely ends at where my pelvic bone is. And I really like that. I feel like a lot of clothing, in my previous video I also mentioned, a lot of clothing are either like too long or just too short, and I like how it's just right. I don't know why they don't make more clothing that is just right these days. It seems like it's a trend to have it super tiny or just super big, but like the in-between sizing is now just, it doesn't really exist anymore, but I really like this. This is made of wool, but not 100%. So when washing this, I honestly started facing problems. When I first washed this, it kind of got wrung out. You can kind of see it. In fact, it's not as fitted and it's not as structured as it was when I first bought it. It's a little, even though I've worn this only like 3 times, right? You can see how it's kind of becoming a little, it's not as structured. When I first got it, it was like, there was like kind of a nice structure to the sleeves, and here it's like more puffy, but now it's just like, bleh. You do have to be careful with this piece when you're washing it. Honestly, I suggest not to wash it even at all. You should just, I don't know, not wash it, but then that's impossible. So yeah, minimize washing with this piece, but I really like this piece. Look at it. It's just plain simple. It's borderline grandma sweater, but there's something just so cute about it. Yeah. Okay. Next piece. The next item I have here is this green wool sweater. It is also at a short length. It's not cropped for sure. I do not enjoy cropped things, especially not a cropped wool sweater. That would be weird and defeating the purpose of it being wool in the first place. So this has a natural elastic band kind of function to it. So okay, if you just let it go like that, it looks like that. But if you just, you know, move around a bit, whatever, it eventually sits to a really nice tuck, right? Look at that, look at that. It's a really nice tuck. It just kind of sits there, it stays there. And I think that the arms are at the perfect length. I'm 5'6", and this is how it fits me. So my belly button is here, and this is where it ends. Most of the items that I'm going to be talking about today has this sort of nice snug fit to it. So yeah, I feel like it's important when you're looking for clothing items that you don't buy something that's like too long or too small. I don't really like that, at least for me. When it's too long, it's just not flattering, and when it's too short, you just, I mean, but it's a preference. So yeah, I really like this sweater, and I really like the color. I don't know if it shows up in the camera. I don't even know what color of green this is, but I just know that it looks very royal. It looks super like it looks rich. Okay, this next sweater is the same one as the brown sweater I showed earlier, except it's in this creamy color, cream white color. I really like it. So once again, it ends here and it has this, right, okay. So if I just let it go, it touches my pelvic bone right here. But if I kind of tuck it in like this, right, I feel like it sits slightly nicer, in my opinion at least. So yeah, this is how it looks on me. I really like this sweater. I feel like I have to be very careful, like with my skin tone. I have a bit of a dull skin tone actually, or a yellowish tone. I'm more towards a neutral skin tone than a warm one or a cold one. So I'm like in the middle. I have to be careful with colors like this because it could really wash me out. But I think it's nice that the buttons are contrasting with this cream color. You have to be careful when you're washing this piece as well, because I washed it and honestly, I feel like it got slightly enlarged and it's a little bit less structured. This sweater and the brown one is definitely one of my top favorite pieces that I've got recently. I can't wait until I could finally wear them. Here in Perth, winter it's the opposite of the world. So when in December it's gonna be summer, and then in like June it's gonna be winter. So this next top, it's the gray basic top, long sleeve top. It's really just a basic. I started to really go towards buying stuff that doesn't have much pattern to it. I get really sick of looking at the same thing over and over again. When it's all plain like this, I find myself a little less overwhelmed. When there's a lot of things going on with there's a lot of patterns or a lot of words on a clothing item, it overwhelms me, or I just end up not wearing it twice. You know what I mean? I really like this because look at this detail at the sleeves. It's a natural thing where once they cut the fabric here, it just rolls up, and I like that. So to put it into perspective, these are the Kim cargo pants, right? And it's just, oh god, okay. It's just super simple, but even just like this, a bit of hairstyling, you look like you put effort in when you really didn't. Like, you look cute with minimal effort. And so I don't think that outfits have to be extravagant for it to look nice. The older I got, the more I came into terms with that as well. I'm not sure if they shrunk because I never washed these in hot water, but I do feel like they were slightly longer when I first got them. Like, I don't know why now these are very low-waisted, okay? And if you have a more slender body, because of how low-waisted it is, if you put stuff in your pockets, this is gonna go down, 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 and it drags to quite a low position. These are low-waisted pants. So I am 5'6" and I weigh about 48 kilograms. You can go and convert that to pounds, but yeah, and for me, it falls. If I put my phone in my pocket, these cargo pants just eventually shows kind of a lot of things good down there. So you have to be careful of that. This next top that I have is this. I have it in white as well, which I'm gonna show you. I have been storing these by rolling them up and putting it in my cupboard. So if you see all these lines and stuff, it doesn't look that great, like here, for example. Please ignore it. If you were storing them properly, were to steam it, it wouldn't look like this. So this is the white version of the gray top I showed just now. So depending on your preference, some people might like this more than the gray. The bad thing about these two tops, or like most of the winter wear that Brandy Melville has, is that you do have to be very careful when you wash them. I have realized that most of their like knitwear, wool wear, things you have to be super careful when you wash them, or else it's easy for them to get out of shape. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but this side of the arm is a little bit more like wrung out. I say that a lot, but it's a little bit more wrung out. It's like a little less structured and fitted compared to this side. So sometimes even the way you hang the item, right, it stretches the fabric to another shape and it's not really nice. So I do have problems with that when it comes to this top and the previous top. When I first bought it, it's definitely not like this, but once you washed it, even though I put it in a net, it just came out like that. So I'm not really sure. I think you can't, I don't know. I'm not sure how you wash this. Maybe it's the way I hung it that made this happen. I'm not sure. But every time my hair is gonna get progressively messier and messier. Okay, so this next top is this nice navy blue and cream white striped top. I really like this top. I think it's so pretty. I think I look good in clothes that has a contrast in colors. Like if I was just wearing a plain white like this, I look kind of dull and sick. But then when there's high contrast, dark, cool tone colors, I look healthy or awake or like happy. I don't know if you see it. Maybe you don't, but ouch. Oh my god. Okay, I just stood on just my big toe and like my whole body weight was on one of my big toes, my left big toe, and now it really hurts. Okay, I'm back. I really like how thick the sleeves here are. It looks expensive. I really like that. I really like when knitwears have a nice finish at the sleeve. When knitwears don't have a nice finish to the sleeves, it just makes the clothing item look cheap. But then when there's this kind of detail here, it adds a really strong touch. Look, it's the same thing going on with the sleeves. The sleeves here and the collar here. I like how it's round and it's quite high up. It's not like round, like low here, you know, it's like scooped. That's really nice. As for the length of this, okay, it's slightly kind of like a bat wing here, which honestly, I'm not a huge fan of it. However, I feel like the ring neck and the sleeves kind of make up for how bat feel it is. Compared to the green top just now, this green top, I prefer the shape of this over this because this has so much space here. This top also stays at the pelvic bone if you just tucked in here. So the bottom actually looks like this, by the way, but just imagine, even if you put it like this, imagine you moving throughout the day, right? Moving. Eventually your top's gonna be singed up. And then eventually you move a little more. See, and then it just goes in itself. So either ways you tuck it or not, it's gonna tuck itself. So if you're afraid that it's gonna look like this, it's not gonna look like this the whole time. But if you do want it to look like this, I guess you could keep pulling on it to make it look like that as well. Every time I do not film a video, and it's past like 3 days or even just 2 days, I feel like I'm doing something really bad. Next top is this white, well, it's cream white cable knit. I love this. Just look at the pattern. Look at this. Isn't that so pretty? It's so feminine. I love it. I love this pattern. It's so nice. And this color is beautiful. And then look at the sleeves. Look at how it ends at the sleeves. I love that. I love the details. It's so comfortable, by the way. It is not scratchy in any sort of way. It is slightly longer, by the way, and it doesn't singe in like this, the way the other tops do. So it's kind of more... Oh my god, why is my body making that sound? Oh my god! I'm just doing that on my own. Okay, but it kind of just flows a bit lower than your pelvic bone. So my belly button is here, by the way, and the pelvic area, like my pelvic bone is here. I'm obsessed with this top. Holy shit, I really like it. I feel like what makes this top look so good right now too is this blue ribbon over here. By the way, let me bring you into a little secret. So just now when I was tying my hair, right, with this blue ribbon, I broke the other ribbon, so now the other side of the hair is just a normal hair tie. And so the whole video, I've been putting this side of the braid to the back because we are embarrassed of her. So yeah, but now you know, but still, it's okay because I'm gonna still keep it behind so that it looks like we're all perfect. Okay, this next clothing item, I actually bought this 5 to 6 years ago. in Brandy Melville, Thailand. It's these corduroy purple cargo pants. Look at them. They need a moment. Like, I don't think that Brandy Melville makes things like this anymore, but they used to. Look at this. So I'm really sorry about this, but even if you try to look for these pants, look at this purple. Isn't this the most unique shaded purple? And I think that me pairing this purple cargo pants with this cable knit, it's such a nice contrast. It makes it look even just that much more special. It's hard to believe that, whoops, just showed the flaw. Just showed the flaw. It's hard to believe that these are even from Brandy Melville. Like, you wouldn't expect that these were from Brandy Melville, would you? I wouldn't, but these are amazing. I'm sorry for showing them to you because there's nothing you can do about it to get these. So, yeah, these are great. And to think, I almost sold these cargo pants because I was like, because I was wearing it a lot. So I almost sold it because I got sick of it at some point, and then now it's been some time and I look at it and I'm like, wow, this is so nice. I'm gonna wear it again. So this next pair of pants are these bell-bottom corduroy winter jeans. My mom went to Shanghai. I wasn't there with her, and she saw these and she got it for me, not knowing if it would fit, and luckily they do. The reason why she bought these is because we got these first, and these fit so good. We are obsessed with it. My sister has one, I have one, we wear it all the time. And then when she went back to the store, she was trying to look for a similar thing. And then that's where she chanced upon these pair of navy corduroy bell bottoms. Little do she know. Okay, focus on all the details now. This is mid-waist, whoops, mid-waist, and the band is high up here. Focus on the shape of the pants, the pockets at the back. Now compare it with these. Look at the pockets, right? Look at how it ends here, the shape. There's no thick band here. Pockets. The fitting of the leg, the bell bottom. This duck poop green corduroy pants are amazing. And if you can't see that, I don't know who can. But compared to this, it's a totally different thing, but it's so similar though. So my mom actually thought they were the same thing, except it's a navy blue, but it's not. One thing, I don't know if this happens to every single pair of these pants. Most of the times people think my fly is open because these pants just keep doing that. And then people are like, oh, Erica, you didn't sit your fly. And I'm like, no, I did sit my fly. It's the pants. Yeah, so that's one of the, see, look at that. This is what happens. I just crouch down, and then when I walk, when I keep moving, this is how it's gonna look, by the way. So I don't know what's happening here, but by the way, one side of my leg, the fabric is longer than the other side, so that's another issue. This side is completely touching the floor and even over my, look at it, it ends at the ball of my foot, it even covers it. Then the other one, this one, when I walk, I will actually step on the fabric, while this one, I wouldn't. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera or not, but you have to trust me on that one. So I guess when you buy clothes anywhere, not just Brandy Melville, you probably should check that before you get it, so you don't go home and be like me and start stepping all over your own pants. I heard that navy blue is my color, so I just had to go buy everything that's navy blue. No, that's not the truth. Okay, see, look at this pants. This is not serving me well. I look like some peeping Tom trying to flash everyone my hoo-ha. But that's just the pants. It's just not great. So there's this top. It's a navy blue sweater. I really like this. Once again, the collar and the sleeves, super important. Look at how nicely knitted it is, and it's dramatic and it's nice. And then the scooped round thick ring neck is really nice. This is how it fits on me. It ends at the pelvic area. It's just a basic knit top, but I really like this. It goes well with everything. And evidently you could see it. It goes well with these pants too. And they're duck shit green. This looks so ultimately winter, and this is horrible. Look at this. I hate this. Does anyone know how to fix this problem? Because every time, you know, I catch people looking at my fly because they think that I have it undone. Next item, this Mckenzie 90s corduroy skirt. It's basically the same shape as their Mckenzie 90s denim skirt. It looks like this. Oh, there's a slit at the back, by the way. So I'm 5'6" again, and it ends right at where my ankles are. They are mid-waisted, so this is where my belly button is, and it still has this much space. I also think it depends on your personal body size, like, because if you were slimmer, maybe it'd go lower. If you were bigger than me, it would probably ride up more. So honestly, it fits on every body differently. It does have one pocket, by the way, so it's here. It's not a fake pocket. I know girls have an issue with clothes not having pockets, so there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 pockets on this skirt. Honestly, not that we would use it anyways, because we're so conditioned to buy little purses to fit in our little things. My hair is just getting wilder and wilder now. God. Every time I film a YouTube video, I feel extremely productive. So I'm gonna feel really good after I edit and upload this video. This next top, it's this V-neck knit top. It is quite scratchy, it is a quite scratchy top. This is the material. It is quite scratchy. It is quite snug fitted, so there's no space, as you can see. I quite like this, except the fact that it's not very comfortable. It's quite scratchy. It's really not comfortable. You should probably wear something inside, but with it being so tightly fitting, right? I feel like wearing something inside is also not ideal, but do take note, this is quite scratchy. The length of this, so this is where my belly button is, and this is where the top ends. And eventually when you move throughout the day, or if you wanna, oh my god. Oh shit. The dust finally caught up to me. I am waiting for the dust to settle down. I don't think it is ever going to. I have to wait a while. Okay, I'm bored of waiting. But that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys found it informative. I hope you guys found it informative. Yeah, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And until next time, see you.